What is going on, guys? Another night here with Worth the Talk, and I got myself a special guest today, my old friend from high school, Abraham Avina. How you doing, man?
Good, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. I really appreciate you coming down here, taking the time to be on my podcast, because I know you got a little one at home, and I know it's not always easy.
It's all good. I appreciate actually you letting me come here, dude. This is my first time coming out of the house myself and doing something. Yeah.
So being like a new dad, how's that been for you? Like, obviously it's life changing, but schedule changing, I'm sure.
Yeah. So it's great. First off, I want to say that because it has its challenges. Obviously, sleep is gone. Thus your sanity's gone. But for some reason, it's like it's your child, it's you, and it's tolerable, and because of that, so it's like it's even cool to experience.
Yeah, 100%. Now, your daughter's mom, how long have you been with her?
We've been together actually for 4 years now. Like we just had our anniversary.
Nice.
A week and a half ago or so.
Yeah. And how'd you meet her?
Oh man, that's a story.
Well, let's cut it down a little shorter then.
Well, it's all good. So she was originally with one of my cousins, my cousin Andrea.
Holy shit.
And they were together back when we were teenagers. And
Wait, I'm sorry to cut you off. Andrea, who?
Andrea is my cousin. She's cool.
Is she the one that's engaged to David Navarro?
No.
Oh,
We didn't go to the same school together.
Oh, okay. Because I know Andrea, that's she's like lesbian or whatever. So that's
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
there's no way you're related because I dated her sister. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, they're like total different.
Okay,
but they were together. 10 years down the line, I ended up moving back down here. So after high school, dude, I've been back and forth from Alamogordo to here. And the last time, 4 years ago, I came back here, and I kind of like got in between that. Like, I know it's wrong, but at the same time, it was just like it felt like it kind of had to happen.
Mm-hmm. Was he like was she like abusive, or you just see
from what I was told? Yeah, and she tried to leave, and shit did not work out. Like, it almost got physical.
Okay,
but
so I take it that your girlfriend's bisexual.
Yeah. I guess now or before.
It's a change, right? It's a from different sex. Obviously, it's a. Did you ever have a problem with it that your cousin was with another girl, or
no?
You don't care about that?
I never cared about that. I don't care if you're gay, lesbian, trans. Like it. We're all living life, dude. You know what I mean?
It sometimes it really gets out of hand, man. Because I've had.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I've had gay friends, and I've never had an issue with it.
You
know what I mean? I never had an issue because at the end of the day, we're all human, man. We're all human. I know there's the biblical terms and all these things that people try to throw at you in life and all that stuff, but I mean, we're all here to live. We're not here for a long time, and tomorrow's never promised, man. So it's too much hate going on right now in this world, and it makes it depressing. Especially now, knowing that you have a child and what they're going to grow into and might have to experience, because you don't know how your daughter's going to turn out as far as what she's going to think later on in life, how she's going to think, what her preferences are going to be. Yeah. So all we can do is just support our child, but
be open-minded.
It's a horrible world right now, man.
Yeah, dude.
Horrible world.
I've had it. So having the child, my daughter, it's taught me to become a little more open-minded, and like I became a lot less militant on like my politics and whatnot. I don't know if anyone follows me, but like,
well, yeah, I mean, I've had you on Facebook for I think since high school, man.
Yeah,
and I have seen you go ham on a lot of topics. I mean, but the thing is, like, that's the point of free speech, right? You're able to express yourself however you feel, because I mean, like, not everybody's going to agree with you, but you have the right to express yourself.
Yeah, especially with my political views.
Yeah.
So I've had my life threatened by like older ass men, dude. Like, it's not even like people our age. Like we can talk about it, laugh, and like, oh, fuck you, whatever. But like New Mexico over there, dude, I've had people like straight up like, I'll kill you, like I'll find you, and you're just like, damn, son.
What type of people are up there, like, as far as like politically? Like,
So-
what do you notice the most up there in New Mexico? Because I lived in New Mexico, but I was a kid.
Believe it or not, a lot of it is, I can't say left leaning because I don't want to get into the fucking
Yeah.
specifics of it, but they're like a lot of Democrats.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong, you have both everywhere. They bump heads a lot, but there's actually a lot of, I'd say, here we have like a lot of different cultures.
Right.
You do there, but it's such like on a smaller scale. Like here, Riverside is what, like 300,000 people?
I believe so, yeah.
So over there where I lived, it was 40,000.
Yeah,
So
really
like
smaller.
everyone's a celebrity. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone knows
yeah, it's
everyone's
like a small
drama.
town, all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who's dating who. And shit like that. That's horrible.
It was, dude.
That's horrible.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
The experiences I've had after high school with like, honestly, dude, it's like I've had like bad experiences with women. Like,
Since high school?
yeah,
Yeah. I don't think I saw you date anybody. Because you know what's crazy?
Not really.
Here's what's crazy to me, bro. And the thing is, like, right now I have a small circle of friends, right? But in high school, I knew everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we weren't even in the same group of people. But I knew you.
yeah.
And we talked, and I knew your
First
brother.
period, Miss Harris.
Yeah, dude. Miss Harris. Yeah, dude. But it starts off with smaller things like that, man. Look where we are right now, and that I love that, bro, because it's like I'm so open minded with people that it's like, even though I was a jock, I wasn't like what you see in those fucking movies.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you weren't. Malcolm wasn't. Yeah.
Dude, we were just so
I love
open
that
with
guy so
everybody. But
much.
yeah, Malcolm's a great guy, man.
I love you, dude.
I'm actually gonna have him on the podcast as well too.
Hey,
he's
sick.
yeah. But everybody knew who we were, but we talked to everybody that knew who we were. You know what I mean? We talked to the essays, we talked to the different groups of nerds,
Freddie,
the skaters, yeah, everybody, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And like you would hang out on that tree.
So I didn't start hanging out there though till like towards the end of our senior year.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, that big tree.
Yeah,
about
I used to sit on it.
Yeah, dude, everybody used to be. And honestly, that's where all the fights used to happen.
Remember Martin boxed with Efren, the
Oh yeah, dude! Oh my god, bro, that was such a. I forgot about that, man.
That shit was dope.
But that, or behind the YMCA in that little cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
that's where all the fights used to be. Do you remember David Chong?
Sounds familiar.
He passed away a few years ago.
He was in polo, right?
No. He was in football and wrestling.
Not maybe.
No, okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'd have to see a picture.
Yeah. I'll show you a picture.
But it sounds
But anyways,
super
yeah. So he
familiar.
was obviously on the football team, and I think it was my sophomore year, and he was a freshman, and he was about to fight, and we all mobbed it to the behind the YMCA when it was still the YMCA. And I remember seeing a fight, man, and like it was after that, everybody, because I feel like that was the first spot that they found and the first fight that happened there, and after that it just kept
I was
happening.
like, that's the spot.
And until people started getting caught, because I mean, people were recording it and then posting it on YouTube as like 951 fights.
Yeah, I remember.
So what all the teachers needed to do is just, the principal just go YouTube 951 fights, and there they are, the people fighting
in the office,
and it's dated, it's timestamped, all that stuff. So it's just like, that's how people were getting caught up.
Yeah, my homie Anthony, that's how he got caught up.
Yeah,
but he beat the fuck out of that.
Dude, did you ever see? Man, I think it was my junior year or sophomore. I don't remember.
So I didn't move here, like I didn't go to high school and shit till my junior year here.
Okay,
so
never mind. It was.
I'll remember that.
It was sophomore year.
Oh,
I remember sophomore year because these guys were walking from the park, like across the street from Ramona, right across.
Like the back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where that tree's at, but they were walking towards the end of the street.
Yeah.
Right? A fucking like low Honda pulls up, and these guys come out with brass knuckles and knock this dude.
Knuckle dusting him,
bro. Like he was like ambulance, everything came out. I mean, you think about like the force already behind brass knuckles, but then the force behind the punch. Man, it's crazy. It was one of the craziest things. I went to Poly High School my freshman year.
Oh, nice.
The craziest thing I saw there was this greaser. He was like a new greaser. He wasn't like a greaser before, but he just like got into it and started dressing that way.
Like it was this new thing.
But these guys that have been dressing as greasers and been greasers about that life, whatever.
They're being all
they didn't like
gatekeeper.
him. They didn't like him.
Oh, that sucks.
Bro, they got socks and filled them up with batteries.
Oh,
And they
fuck.
beat the crap out of him. Man, I'm telling you, right on the forehead, just gushing. Like, it was like squirting. Like, you know when you put your thumb on a water hose and it squirts?
Yeah.
That's what it would look. And it was from the batteries from the socks.
That's
I've
wild.
never, I'm a freshman, bro. These guys were like junior, seniors. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
That's so
It's
wild.
so crazy, bro. But did you ever experience any fights in high school or anything like that?
So I personally never was in a fight.
Okay.
Like, I got along with everyone for the most part.
Yeah.
And that our senior year, I would say towards the end of our time, the Hispanics and the whites at the back, they were beefing because one of the white kids, Caleb, he was like walking home from school. This is the story, Caleb. Yeah, he was a freshman. We were seniors.
I think I know what you're talking about, though.
He was walking home, and coincidentally, dude, this kid comes up to him and is like, has a knife. He's like, "Give me your shit!" Like, trying to rob him. So Caleb beats the fuck out of the kid, you know, because he has a knife pulled on him. That was Freddie's little cousin, Freddie Dominguez, and that started like all this fucking beef, dude.
Yeah, because Freddie was part of MGF.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was like the most active right there in Ramona because they were all like in Hillside.
So-
No, was it Hillside? No,
Garfield.
Garfield, right? Yeah, Hillside's different people.
No disrespect.
No, yeah.
For real. But he like came up to us when we were in the auditorium. You know the brand new built fucking the theater.
The theater, yeah.
When everyone was doing testing and the
Yeah, yeah.
seniors were in there.
Yeah.
Dude, Freddie came up to me and was like, "Hey, is Caleb your boy?" And I was just like, "Not, I guess, like not really, but sure."
Not to get my ass.
Because I was with Walker, that kid Walker Hobbs, that white ass kid. Like, I'm not trying to be racist.
Hobbs,
He was
yes,
just like
yes.
blonde, ROTC.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Talked a lot.
Mm.
He like came up to us and was like, "Tell him that Freddie's looking for him," and it was just like, "What the fuck's happening, dude?" And every day after school, from Monday to Friday, it like progressed worse every day. So like everyone was just like staring each other down. Like Monday, Tuesday, it was like, all right, like
Spit on the ground.
yeah, kind of shit.
It's progressed.
Wednesday, I'm not OGs, but you know, like the people who used to go to school there, obviously, who were with the white kids at the tree and the Hispanics at the benches. They started to show up and were like restarting their old beef that they had with old classmates, whatever the fuck, right? And then Thursday came. I forget the name of those kids, but fuck, they were hood, bro. They started chasing Caleb, like, and you saw it right there along the soccer field fence right there in the back.
Yeah.
They were chasing him, and Caleb tried to hop the fence, and they yanked his ass down. And fuck, dude, everyone just ran over there to like stop it because it was like, nah.
You're just watching from the background.
I wasn't a part of it, dude.
Yeah.
I was just like, me and my homie Raul smoking blunts. And just like, damn, you know. And then security came, they stopped it, whatever. Friday came, dude. Holy fuck! Back in the school, everyone started brawling. Like
That's
it was.
crazy.
There's probably like 16 fights in total in the same spot. And the cops came, they rolled up on the grass, like hard, dude, helicopter.
Yeah. You know who Leo Zamora is?
Sounds so familiar.
Yeah, he's
dude.
part of MGF.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he's a pretty stocky Mexican dude at the time and even now. I remember he fought right on that tree. He fought that like bulky white guy with long hair. I don't know if you were there when that happened. It was like senior year.
Bulky.
Yeah, he had long hair, and it was a pretty quick fight because I mean he was a good fighter. He was a strong fighter, and you know he obviously didn't fuck around. But my point is with like Freddie too, because I've seen Freddie fight.
Me too.
I've got bodies with him in the baseball field because we were playing baseball together. He's heavy handed and he's strong and all that stuff.
I saw him and Chris Parker box, dude.
Yeah,
Shit was
dude,
wild.
I forgot about Chris Parker. Holy crap! Yeah, but yeah, dude, those at that time, man, like MGF was probably like most active. Like, once you got on their bad side, bro, they did not leave you alone.
Yeah, I was cool with Alden. But Martin, that dumb fuck, he got into tagging, Martin, but he wasn't like part of anything.
Yeah.
It was
just for fun, basically, or what?
In a sense, he started taking it far.
Okay.
So like, he lined out one of my homies, I guess. Well, I guess my homie did it first and tried like talking shit, whatever, putting Martin in his place because he bangs, whatever. And Martin thought, oh, well, fuck him, lined him out. I had Freddie, that fool, come, Alex, and some other dude. And they're like, where's your brother? And I was like, why? And they told me, all that shit. And I was like, well, fuck, dude. Like, I can't do nothing about it. I was like, I don't know, dude. I haven't seen him. Turned out, like, the lunch bell rang. We already went back to class. And this fool had fucking, not Freddie, Alex, younger than us. He had fucking hit my brother in the face and shit. And they had to go to the office, all this stuff.
You just like checked them, basically?
Yeah. And then after that, nothing really progressed. So it kind of just like.
Yeah, I mean, in some situations like that, and I think in anything,
he stopped. Though.
Yeah.
He was like, "Nope, I'm not."
It's like a warning sign, basically. Anybody would take one punch over, getting jumped or anything.
Fuck
like that,
yeah!
You know what I mean, the fact that he stopped was probably more beneficial to him, anyways. Because I mean, obviously, he got a taste of what it's like to do stupid shit like that, and then you do it to the wrong person, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But how close are you to your brother now?
My buds?
Your brother.
My brother. Martin?
Yeah.
We're still close as fuck.
Yeah?
Just like we were in high school.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I actually loved your brother a lot, man. I mean, believe it or not, he was always a good person to me, and I was always good to him. I know is he still rapping?
Not really.
Not really?
He became more a homebody. Stopped fucking around with his friends, and it was like...
He was pretty good, though. He's
great.
Yeah, he was pretty good, man.
Because he wasn't a mumble rapper, and he actually did his shit. It was like, I don't even fuck with the genre. It's just, I don't know. I can do like old 2000s, old 90s, hip hop and rap and shit, like Nas and, but...
you don't like the new stuff now?
Not necessarily. Like, so I can fuck with like J. Cole,
Yeah. Just lyrically,
barely any Suicide Boys. There's only one song I like.
Which is that?
Handsome Suicide.
Do you like that song?
But yeah, dude, because the lyrics are fairly fucking like.
But Suicide Boys they're good, man. I like them a lot.
No, so it's not that they're like bad at what they do, right? It's the shit they talk about. So I have a nephew who's like, he's in middle school now, and he's starting to get the fucking hormones, all that shit, bro. And we just found out the other day, I hope they don't watch this, that he's like wanting to like off himself. Like,
oh shit.
He's 11. He's 12.
Is it depression?
I want to say so, but it's also probably him not getting attention. But it's not from his dad. It's not his dad. He told, because they found, I guess, messages on his school laptop about him wanting to hurt himself or something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
So school got involved, police got involved, police went to mom's house and questioned him and the mom, and straight up told like, well, I never see my mom, she's either sleeping or paying attention to my baby brother. And
you think it's like a cry for attention, right?
Yes, both actually. Yeah. And I feel him, dude, because like when I was that age, my mother was a raging alcoholic, dude, and my dad was just gone working all the time. And I had moved here end of 6th grade, and it was just me and my dad. And he was always gone, dude. Like, we were renting rooms or whatever, and I'd just be locked not locked, but just like...
You're just feeding for yourself.
In the house all day, dude, just like, well, what do I do? Like, I don't know, nobody.
Were you with your brother every time, or was it...
Just me.
Wow, so you guys were separated.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was it, like, your mom got him?
It was like a summer. I was just away. It was like...
Okay.
My dad was going to come here, get a house, and we were all going to move back here, whatever, but... Yeah, nah, this place is crazy. But
who'd you move to Mexico with, your dad? Like back and forth?
So originally, I lived in Texas, 5th grade.
Okay.
It was 1 year. I lived in Texas, and I guess things weren't going good with my parents, unknowingly to us, you know. I was in 5th grade. I was dealing with fucking bullies and shit. My bully in the 5th grade, dude, had the same name as me.
That's crazy.
Like, that shit was, like, stupid, traumatizing to me.
Yeah.
But not anymore. But, like, at the time, it was, like, the person that I ever met in my whole life with the same name as me, and he's my bully, bro, you know?
Yeah.
But we moved in after the 5th grade to New Mexico suddenly. Like, it was literally like a phone call overnight. Like, my parents were like, hey, pack your clothes. Like, you're going with your grandparents. And it was like...
So who were you living with in Texas?
My mom and dad.
Your mom and dad. Oh, there we go.
That's when, like, I want to say, like, things in my life I started to notice were, like, going...
What, did they move you because you were getting bullied, or?
No, we moved from here because my dad found, like, a better opportunity in Texas.
Okay.
That's where I had the bully, was Texas. Yeah. When I came to New Mexico, shit mellowed out a bit. I ended up becoming, like, not like the cool kid, but it was like, he's alright.
Yeah.
But I was there till the end of 10th grade, then that's when I came here, 11th grade. Finished off Ramona, and then just back forth.
You know, Ramona just won their CIF football.
I saw that.
Yeah, dude.
Good job.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I didn't go to the game. I wanted to go to the Poly versus Ramona game, because I went to both schools, and it was when I went to Ramona, or we went to the Ramona, dude, we couldn't beat Poly to save our fucking lives.
I remember they were your rivals.
It was a consistent thing. There always will be, you know what I mean? But it was such a consistent thing where it's just like every year, like, varsity just could not beat Poly. Just was not happening. We came close a couple times, but in reality, we just could never beat them. But this year specifically, Ramona was literally whooping on every team, bro. Every team. And they went all the way.
That's what's up.
And that's crazy. And I'm happy for those kids because they got to experience something that not every kid gets to experience, playing football from freshman year. Actually, no, from Pop Warner, freshman year to senior year. Imagine finishing off the last year of your high school CIF champions. State champions.
That'd be cool as fuck.
You know what I mean? And they're gonna get a ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's cool.
They get a ring. They're gonna get a ring, and that's what I always dreamed of having. But obviously, dude, when I went to my senior year, we went 0-10. 0 wins, 10 losses.
Oh man,
that was the most heartbreaking thing for me, bro. But it sucked because we only had like 7-10 seniors, and the rest of the team was sophomores and juniors.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't really give a shit. They had another year, another 2 years. We were just kind of like, all right, well, you guys are gone. Now it's gonna be our team, and I cared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as my junior year and senior year progressed, we started losing more seniors. Like, they were quitting. They didn't like the coaches. They were being pussies. Like, they were quitting. Honestly, if you quit during summer, you're a pussy. Because summer is the hardest part of football.
Yeah,
because
the
heat, and the constant hitting and learning everything and getting used to the coaches, whatever. Drills, 2-a-days. Like, that's, if you can get through that, you got no problem. But they were just being pussies. Oh, coach is yelling at me. Oh, I'm gonna, like, man the fuck up. Like, high school, it was gonna be the easiest things that we ever accomplished in life.
I know.
The easiest things. And I would always tell people that, I was like, this is gonna be the easiest part of our lives, because after that, we don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. 'Cause even me, bro, right after I graduated, I got in trouble.
Oh,
I got in trouble with the law. I got probation, and it's for fighting in high school. Like, literally, I was going to RCC already at the time. I had just turned 18. I just graduated, and I came to Ramona because the head coach wanted me to come back and coach.
Did you fight a minor?
Technically, yeah, but it was somebody that I knew and was talking shit, and I had already, like, you know, pressed and blah, blah, blah. But so my mentality was just like, okay, he didn't learn his lesson. Let me go back and really beat the shit out of him, and I did. And that same night, police are showing up to my house.
Damn.
And here's the part that, like, I never talked to anybody about that I knew. But those people that were once my teammates were the ones that snitched on me to the police and gave my name and address and all that shit.
That's wild.
And some of them still hit me up. They'll shake my hand, or they'll hit me up on social media. But I let it go because I took anger management because of it, and like I did like work release program, which sucked ass because I was at the Riverside Airport for 12 Saturdays consistently from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Damn.
Just doing labor work.
At the municipal one right there? That's crazy.
Yeah, just doing labor work. It was like community service, but work release is like a day.
So what'd you do there? Like,
Dude,
what?
shoveling wheat on the concrete, digging, filling in holes with dirt, and picking up trash.
Damn.
Just horse shit stuff, man. But it was a punishment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you had to stay there from 5 to 5 because at the person that's in charge of you has to sign it when you get there and sign when you leave. So there was no leaving or whatever. 5 to 5, man.
That's fucking
for
wild.
12 Saturdays in a row. And then I did, and then I did 3 years of informal probation, which means like I didn't have a probation officer. It was just I just couldn't get in trouble.
It was okay, and then they checked in at the end of your thing.
So, but what sucked about the probation, man, because here's the thing, I was already talking to a recruiter. I was gonna join the army right at high school.
That's what I thought.
I was talking to a recruiter. I was about to take my ASVAB test, but I started going to RCC just to kind of like keep my head straight and all that stuff. And I just made that choice, man, and I did it because of a girl. I did it because of my ex-girlfriend. And the worst part is that like not that long after we called it quits after like on and off type of thing.
Okay.
And she was actually the first girl that was on my podcast. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's don't get me wrong. It was my fault because she told me not to do it, but obviously being like cocky and jockey, egotistic and all that stuff, I was like, no, fuck that. Like, but the thing is, like, he did take it far. I mean, he went to as far as like sending dick pics and shit like that. So it's just like at a certain point, and I dealt with it the whole year. My whole senior year, I dealt with it. Once he found out that we were together, because I was his ex, he just couldn't handle it. He couldn't take it. Whatever, he was jealousy, whatever it was. I get the thing is, like, kind of like your situation. It was family, but me and him were friends before.
Got it.
You know what I mean? We weren't like, hey, like blah blah blah. Like we're best friends, but we hung out a couple times, and we would message each other on Facebook and say, "Oh, you're my bro," whatever. He would always try out for the football team, but he never made it past summer.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing is, like, making the football team is like, taking free samples from Costco.
So,
you know what I mean? All you have to do is show up. Even if you don't play, you're gonna make the team.
Yeah.
Just do your part. Make it through Hell Week, and then come to practices.
Like
they're not gonna cut you. They're not gonna cut you because they're trying to get people to be on the team just in case someone gets hurt or whatever. There's no cuts in high school really, unless you quit. So, but yeah, so I ended up beating them up in the locker room, and
the fucking locker room,
dude,
bro.
Yeah, and then because dude,
I had my tablets and shit stolen out of
dude,
there.
everybody did, dude. So the freshman locker room is the only locker room that you could actually lock. So
there's a freshman locker room.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
My junior year, us and the seniors would go into the freshman locker room and get boxing gloves, and just kind of squash our beef.
That's what's up.
And it was perfect, bro. I loved it. I mean, so the seniors that were the seniors when I was a junior, I was scared of most of them because they were. I mean, the generation at that time, they were tall, they were big, they're bulky, whatever.
Isn't that weird how our generation was like significantly smaller, dude?
Have you seen them now?
No.
Dude, they're like middle schoolers.
Really?
Holy crap, bro. It's scary. Like,
you know what's wild, dude? I'm gonna be 29 this year and I still look like high school.
You do. I'm turning to be 29 in 2 months, and I significantly look different from what I did when I was 18.
Like, I got chunky when my lady was pregnant. Because we couldn't go out and do all the things we were doing, whatever. I had to drop skateboarding.
Oh, dude, I know that crushed you. Not that
so
crushed. Dude, that's what I knew you for, was for skating.
Yeah, so it was like... I figured, like, I had to focus on working, dude, because it stopped being about just me, so... I still want to skate. It's just at the magnitude that I used to, I can't.
Yeah.
Because I will fucking hurt myself for a fact.
You're like a Bam Margera trying to skate again. after so long of not skating.
That dude's doing good. I hope he stays sober, man.
Yeah, but I love Bam Margera, bro. I grew up on Viva La Bam. Grew up on it, loved it, Jackass, all that stuff. And he was an amazing fucking skater, bro. He was a great skater. He was with Sky and that whole group of skaters in the group.
And then he was on mystery boards.
Everybody, bro. Like, when he would have special guests like him and, Sky, all these bands would just come and you just see him skate and he would just freaking be really good. And I saw a video of him after trying to be sober, trying to skate again. It was just rough watching it because obviously it happens over time and he was...
What's wild though, with the age he is now though, still doing the shit he does, he's skating better than I did.
Yeah.
So it's like... Hey.
Yeah, but you were a good skater though too, man. So I mean, it's not like it's a lost cause for you, you know what I mean? It's the constant repetition that you have to do now again, to the muscle memory for the mind and all that stuff.
So what's funny is I had to go find my nephew's dog yesterday because they built a new fence, our neighbors did, and there's this fucking 4 or 5 inch gap, but we have chihuahuas. So they fit perfectly right through that fuck. And one of them went, so I had to go find them, but I was skating down the street to go find them. Dude, my front foot, so the one I have on my board as I'm pushing, I was losing balance, dude. And I was like, no, for real?
Yes.
And to me, that was all right, I gotta go get a skateboard. This is bullshit. I'm losing my balance.
Oh, so you didn't have a skateboard anymore?
No, I had to go grab my nephew's.
Okay.
So I gave him one, and I actually got him. I met the pro skater Chris Jocelyn 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This guy's fucking crazy, dude. He looks like a grown ass man skating down some big ass gaps, but he's shorter than I am.
Okay.
But this guy wins world competitions, and he's just a gnarly skater, dude. His tricks, the best way to explain it, if anyone skates, is his tricks are explosive. So it's just fast and big. So almost slow motion, if you will, but it's obviously he's going. But I got one of his. He came to the skate park, to Hunt Park. My fiance now actually was hey, he said he's gonna be at Hunt Park, and I was like, what? I got fucking dressed, dude, and we went down there. I met him, and no one was grabbing boards or anything. He was like, you want to take one? I was like, fuck it, I'll give it to my nephew. And I gave him that skateboard, dude, and he's been skating ever since. I got him into skateboarding.
Yeah. Getting
him into metal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So let me ask you this: as far as music, what's your preference?
Yes. So I my main preference is metal. So metalcore, deathcore. That's my shit. And so that's my extreme low. I like lo-fi, chill hop and stuff like that.
You like shoegaze?
That's I don't know if I've listened to it too much. I like math rock. I don't know if you've ever heard that. It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
It's fucking, yeah.
See, I grew up because my brother was into death metal. He was into Cannibal Corpse, Iron Maiden.
Okay, little older stuff.
Yeah, older stuff. That's what he started with.
That's me too.
He started with, and obviously there's Nirvana. Those are not metal, but obviously I started getting
grunge. Yeah, moving on up.
And then Deftones was shoegaze type of music.
And everyone now is Deftones.
Dude, I'm one of them because
they're good. I'm not gonna lie.
As a kid, I didn't listen to Deftones too much. The only song I really knew was "Change," but that was only because of Queen of the Damned.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I knew the song "Change." Right. When I started exploring into the Deftones, bro, I fell in love with them. You see those posters right there? Those are all Deftones albums right there on top of my little arcade thing.
Oh, that's cool,
dude. All Deftones albums. I'm a frame. I have my NYZ stuff frame, just like that. So, yeah, but dude, I don't think I could ever get into a mosh pit. I feel like I couldn't take a punch. I'm the type of person, if I get hit, I have to hit back.
Dude, so I've been hit in the fucking face, the eye, back of the head. I've had my ankle broken fucking crowd surfing. fucking
You ever met stepped on, like from like your leg or like?
no, I've never. So I usually when you fall, people are really cool about
Yeah, I seen that.
fuck back up.
Yeah, I seen that.
But no, I was like dancing into this dude. Dude, the mosh pit was only like 3 of us. It was like me, my homie, and some big ass fool. So I was just like, fuck it, let me go this way to this guy, and he straight fucking back like, and I was just like, damn. I lost my sunglasses and shit, but it was cool. I did it to myself. You know what I mean? But that crowd surfing one, dude. So that show, I was so fucking hammered, dude. And I had brought my new girlfriend at the time with me, and she was more fucked up than I was. Because we ended up getting fucking like kicked out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I crowd surfed like 4 times. Usually 1 or 2 times is like, okay. But like 4 times people start getting pissed, I guess. They're like, what the fuck? I must have kicked somebody in the head on accident or something, dude. Because like, all right, here's my right foot. They grabbed my foot, fucking twisted that shit, dude.
While you were surfing?
Yeah, and just pop. So like when the security grabbed me and they pulled me down, dude, I could not walk. I was just like, oh fuck. Like I was limping out of the barricade back to like where my girlfriend and my homies were.
Oh, they don't kick you out?
Not yet. But my lady, she was being dramatic. Like, I'm so dehydrated. You know, like, so she dropped to the ground, like, to sit. And I was like, oh, fuck. The bartender came from behind the bar, picked her up, dude, and took her ass outside. And it was like, I was pissed because I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
even with the broken ankle, you were still pissed?
Yeah, dude, I was hammered. I was just like, yo, she needs water. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then we tried to go back inside, and the security guard's like, oh, once you go out the door, you can't go back in. I was like, motherfucker.
With a wristband or whatever, like, they don't let you back in.
Yeah.
So how did you feel the next morning, though, with the ankle? I bet.
Dude, horrible.
Yeah, I bet it was.
And I was in Albuquerque, so I had to drive 4 hours with my ankle just like, oh, fuck. And then I had to go to work, and yeah.
You went to work with that still?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
Fucking go to the hospital, we need to do.
Couldn't afford that, dude. I'm in, like, I got a $4,000 medical debt right now that I'm trying to get rid of for the last...
Where's it from?
I went to the ER in, like, 2018. What the fuck was it for? Let's see.
You said 2018?
Yeah. So in another year or so, that shit should drop off my credit score.
You shouldn't be hitting your credit at all. They don't do that no more.
Well, on my Credit Karma or whatever, it keeps me down.
Oh, well, you got it in 2018. If they started doing it in 2018, then yeah. But now, if you go to the ER, they don't report to your credit anymore.
Oh, that's cool. No, I haven't gone to the ER in a while.
So I was there last year, man. I had a heart attack.
You got a heart attack? Damn, dude, you're too young for that.
Yeah. I was overdoing it with work, gym, stress, my son's mom, all the drama that was happening with that. I was getting like maybe three hours of sleep a day. I was going to the gym, working, and then like normal shit at home and drama and shit like that with your family.
Yeah.
It was just too much, man, and I ended up fucking just having a fucking heart attack at 5 a.m.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, my body couldn't take it anymore, and they told me it was pretty much stress related, but it had a couple other things. I was leaking protein fluid from my heart. It was like a little bit of a hole in my heart that was leaking the fluid out of it, so they needed to put me on blood thinners. They gave me morphine because I started freaking out because I started feeling my heart race, and it felt like my heart wanted to come out of my chest. Like it really felt like that, you know what I mean? And they shot me with morphine. And I've never tried morphine before. All I remember is them giving it to me in the IV, and like 2 seconds later I'm out. And I woke up like 6 hours later, like just pretty much sedated, and just like they're trying to get my heart rate down because my heart rate was up. My blood pressure was up, my cholesterol was up, everything was just up the roof. When I showed up to the ER, I told them that was my heart. They took me in 2 minutes.
Yeah, usually it's like...
And they did the KGA or S or whatever the hell it's called, test for the heart. And they were like, yep, you're staying here. make you did blood work, and like, yeah, that's like to the drum.
Oh, the EKG.
EKG, whatever, yeah. And they did that test on me, and it took them like a minute to tell me like, you're gonna be admitted.
That's
They
wild,
did like CT scans, they did X-rays, they did all this stuff, and I was hospitalized for like 5 days.
Wow.
At the hospital for 5 days. Sucked ass, man. Then they had me on a cardiac diet. That shit sucks.
Everything was gross.
Dude, I was like, I want a burger, like, and the thing is too, is like, you can't even sleep, man, because they're every 3-4 hours they're coming to draw
check
blood.
on you.
Not even drawing blood.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So, dude, I remember I had this like male nurse. He was new. He couldn't get my vein.
Oh.
He kept fucking poking me.
Holes everywhere.
I had holes everywhere, and he was to the point where he's like, oh, "I'm so sorry, like, I just can't do it. I need to find somebody else to do it." This lady came with this like green light, found the vein, and just put it in like that. But I was in pain, bro. Like my like I was just in pain.
We all bruised up.
Oh my god, dude! It was purple, like all right here from it.
That's
and
awesome.
I was just pissed off with the guy. I never saw him again after that, but. Yeah, dude, it sucked, man. I mean, they did tell me, like, you're too young, stuff like that. You gotta take care of myself. And then, because the thing is, like, I was drinking a lot of energy drinks. I was taking pre-workout at the gym. And not getting sleep. And then, and the thing is, I built such a high tolerance that the pre-workouts that I was buying were like 400 milligrams, but I was double scooping them.
I've never tried pre-workout.
If you've never tried it, you will go fucking berserk.
Dude, that sounds
will wake
wild.
you up, and you will start doing push-ups. Even if you don't do push-ups, you'll go for running if you don't do run, man. But
That's funny.
It's a good feeling because it's a good boost of like energy. But when you feel it naturally, it's even better, But you get that from just sleeping, honestly. And that's one of the biggest things where I had to prioritize after I got out of sleeping. So I didn't even go to the gym for 7 months. I just came back a month ago, like this month. After 7 months.
Oh, really?
I have no gym.
That's what's up, though, that you're going back.
Oh, yeah, I have to, man. It's been a big part of my life. I never tried to be like a fitness influencer, but people did come to me for like help on how to do this and that because I was always posting videos.
Okay.
I was part of this fitness apparel group called Elite Body and Mind. And that was actually very, very successful and well. I was getting photographers. I was getting like models to model the clothes and locations on where to do it, and things were going good. And we had this big promo fucking video to big things happening in 2020. This was in 2019, and it was such a great video, bro. Like it was such a great fucking video, and then COVID hit. And it fucking just destroyed everybody. Everybody that was part of it just went their own way. Like I don't talk to anybody that really that was in that group, the owner. I don't know if he's still. I have him on social media, but I haven't seen him do anything with the actual brand anymore. But I know like everybody that was part of it, like they're just everywhere else. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much because of COVID, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
And COVID fucked a lot of things up for everybody. And so actually that reminds me, because I've seen a lot of your posts before in the past. What's your intake on COVID? You think it's like a population control type of thing, or was it?
No, not necessarily. Like, it's a disease, obviously.
Yeah.
How it came about, I will never fucking know.
Well, Donald Trump says it's China, right? It was from a lab. And then people were saying it was because Chinese people were eating fucking bats. You know what I mean?
I heard they debunked the bat theory, though.
The what?
The bat.
They debunked it?
Yeah,
Okay,
and that it was more so leaning towards like it actually did like leak out of a lab.
Uh-huh.
But from what I last saw, because I haven't gotten into this dude in like months, it's been a while, like that it was a U.S. Chinese lab, like so. A co-op lab, not like just strictly.
Yeah.
So
it was like American operated and funded, but it was like
it was both. So they both operated in there.
Yeah. And then it was Chinese, like doctors and scientists. And
exactly.
Like that. Yeah.
So, and then that was like the last thing I ever heard about it.
Yeah.
Because that means it gets pointed back to us. So.
Yeah. Well, dude, because like. I remember, so when I had my birthday March 6th, COVID was a warning of like, it's coming. It's here in America, blah, blah, blah. people were making memes about it, like the coronavirus and the Corona beer.
Cardi B.
Everything was like, and then March, like late March hit, and we're shutting down California. We're shutting down the United States. Like, you can't go to a park. There's a lockdown. You can't go. The stores are closing. Masks were mandated, even though most politicians weren't even wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And they're still having family gatherings during the holidays.
I lost my job for 5 months.
I did too, man. I lost my job, and I split with my daughter's mom right before COVID, and I remember we both lost our jobs, and she filed for unemployment and got it like in a month, and I filed for unemployment and got it 6 months later.
Damn.
I went 5 months with no income.
That
Luckily
sucks.
for me, I didn't really have any crazy major bills, and because they were doing COVID, there was a lot of like relief and all that stuff. And, no one was working, and everybody was filing for unemployment. And then when they started doing the unemployment, and they're giving you an extra $600 every 2 weeks, you're getting like I was getting like $1,800 checks every 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's pretty good. And then especially if you're not working, you're not paying any crazy bills. All I was doing was paying rent and then my car, and then that was it. And then you can't go anywhere. So what are you gonna do? You're just gonna be online shopping all the time.
Yeah.
Amazon was at my fucking door at least 10 times a week.
I'd say DoorDash was at my...
Dude, DoorDash, from where it started to where it is now, it's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
DoorDash is the stupidest thing to do when it comes to ever trying to save money or just get food.
Yeah, I haven't used it in like 3 years.
They fuck up a lot. They're getting greedy.
And
And
school's about tipping, dude.
yeah, dude, they're literally like will not take your order if you tip like $1. And it used to give you an option where you don't want to tip them, but now you have to tip them.
Really?
There used to be an option where it's like just $0. Now you have to tip them. So,
Dude, someone comes to my door and complains about a tip, and they smash my food.
dude, I've seen crazy
I'm
videos.
fucking them up.
And I used to do. I did Instacart in 2021.
Okay.
And I liked it for the most part, but dude, like, if you don't know the grocery store, you're gonna be
There for a while.
Yeah, and the worst part that I experienced about Instacart was communicating with the customer.
Needy motherfuckers.
No, it's more if like you didn't have their item, or the store didn't have their item, what the alternative was, or if they want to just cancel it. But they would take forever to reply. And the worst orders you would get were the ones that you had to go deliver to apartment complex.
Oh, that sucks.
That's why the Amazon drivers, I feel for them, man, because when they have to get apartment complexes and they go to those very nice gated communities, I don't know how they do it. Yeah.
So, I work for UPS, right? I'm not a driver.
The problem that I had with warehouses was when it came to dealing with older people. Because when you work faster than they do, when you work maybe even better than they do, they feel threatened. And they're so quick to fucking snitch you out, get you in trouble. I remember I used to work at the Crocs warehouse. Crocs. This is before they blew up again. They were just a warehouse.
Okay.
I was a picker, right? I just walk with the cart and I pick the orders and then put them into this conveyor and then that's it. And then I go back and do the same thing over and get freight hours.
Then it goes to the ladies that box it. Yeah.
But there was other older ladies that were pickers. And the biggest thing that I always was like, what the fuck are you doing? Was these older ladies would wear like that apron with the pockets in it.
Uh-huh.
Like, they would take that shit way too serious. I'm sorry, that's how I felt. I was like, this is way too serious. You know what I mean? So when the box was empty from the lines, you would toss them to the end of the aisle so the forklift driver could pick them up and throw them away.
Okay.
I slid it and it hit the lady in the leg. Right? Nothing crazy. It was a light box.
Empty box.
Empty box. She went and told management that I threw it at her.
Oh, wow.
And they wrote me up for that shit. But it wasn't, and it wasn't because she didn't like me. It was because I was picking faster than she was. My numbers were higher than hers because they had a whiteboard of the numbers of picking.
Oh, really?
I was either number 2 or number 1. And those women have been there for 10 plus years or whatever, and they're like can't even hit number 5.
Sucks to suck.
You know what I mean? But they were able to hold a job because they were always able to hit the numbers at the end of the week or the end of the day. It took them a long time, but I was exceeding that. You know what I mean? Because I was, like I said, I'm a hands-on learner. I knew that school wasn't for me. When I went to RCC, like, school was not for me, dude. I hated it. I fucking, when I found out that you can just walk out of fucking class, I just walked out of class.
Oh, wow.
I was doing a lot of shit, like, that I wasn't supposed to do, like ditching. I'm hanging out with people or not going to school and saying, fuck it, I'll just take the test, whatever. No. It just, when I started failing, I was like, this is not for me. I only did good in high school because I played sports, and I strongly believe that sports is what motivated me to have good grades. I graduated a scholar athlete, 3.5 GPA.
Nice.
But when it came to sports, I knew I was only high school good, and I wasn't afraid to admit that. I wasn't like Malcolm, who had like the gift and the ability to be so good in sports that he was getting looked at, and even though he's doing now when he's doing the fan control football, where he's getting paid for it.
Yeah,
it's amazing, right? And he was a great track star, everything like that. I didn't have that speed. I had the heart, I had the mentality, and I had the skills, the natural skills. But when you go to college level, it's like
it's a whole other
game. And I knew going into that I was only high school good. So I was like, I'm not even gonna try. Not gonna try. So I just tried to focus on school. I couldn't do it, dude. I didn't have the attention span. I didn't have the will. I didn't have the strive, the ambition to do anything in school. So I knew that if I wasn't gonna go to school, I'm gonna have to work my ass off.
Yep.
So that's what I ended up doing. And obviously warehouses was where people were seeing all the money was at. Forklift drivers, you're making all this money, blah blah blah. It's not true, especially now.
It's only like if $1 more.
I mean, McDonald's workers are gonna be making more than warehouse workers.
Oh yeah, here pretty soon. That's right.
Minimum wage is going up to what, 25?
20 or 25, something like that.
I think some bullshit like that. But the thing is, like, everything else is gonna go up with that, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna pay, and you know what do you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Kind of. I've seen like some episodes. Okay, it's funny.
I fucking love that show, right? So there's a newer episode where they're constantly, everywhere he goes, they're asked for a tip. Everything is a tip. I went to Subway yesterday. When you pay, it asks you if you want a tip.
That's right.
Starbucks.
I went there a few months
Starbucks.
Ago. They've
always had that, but you think about it. Starbucks, they ask you if you want a tip.
It's like, I'm good.
McDonald's, they ask you if you want a tip. Everything, it has a fucking tip. And I don't know if you've seen those videos where like people go to those self-checkouts to buy water, to buy whatever.
They do the same.
That's crazy, dude. It's like a scam almost, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't like tipping. Like, even when I go to restaurants, like, people might think I'm stupid or weird or whatever for this. I'm not a big tipper when it comes to restaurants. I'm gonna get pooped on. I'm gonna get pooped on, dude. Like, whatever. It's not because I'm cheap. It's not because I don't have the tip. But it's like, if you're surviving only off of tips, maybe you should probably look for a different job.
I have that same opinion though.
You know what I
mean? But I will tip if the service is good.
100%. Don't get me wrong. I'll still tip, but what they ask for is sometimes like, they want like $10-15 minimum. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna give you that.
Yeah, no.
Because I mean, the way the world is right now, it's like,
yeah, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, dude.
You can't just blow money like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, and the thing is, like, when you go out to eat with your girlfriend, family, and you're covering that bill, that's a quick $100 in one transaction.
Yep.
On top of a tip, and they want like what 10-50% of that. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? You go to eat sushi, and they already put in the gratuity tip, so they.
That's insane.
You don't have to. You have to tip because they tip themselves already.
In in Europe though? They do that already.
Yeah.
Like a lot of restaurants you go to, the gratuity's already in your pay. Like, there's no tip. That's not a thing over there, really.
Well, even like in Japan, it's like it's almost considered offensive to tip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like over here, like America is such a greedy country.
Yes,
it
we
is
are.
a greedy ass country. I mean, I hate our governor. I don't like.
I agree with you.
You get new something.
He's pretty. Not even like just like whatever his politics are. That man is just out of touch with reality, with the working man. You know, like, and once that happens with any politician, they should just be fucking gone.
Dude, and the stuff that he did even through COVID was upsetting me like crazy, man. It was just unbelievably, unrealistically, like, selfish on his part. You know what I mean? It was very selfish because so many people were paying the price already for COVID. I lost family because of COVID. I got COVID 3 times, got really sick.
Yeah, I got COVID 3 times too.
And, you know, shutting things down and then opening them up and then shutting them back down. Like, it fucked with people's... I mean, look what happened with the whole... was it toilet paper shit?
Yeah, and the waters.
And the sanitation products?
Alcohol, yeah,
alcohol wipes, bleach, all that stuff. You couldn't find that. People, dude, I went on OfferUp to this building on Iowa and Riverside.
Really?
Like a hidden building, and this guy opened his door and he had racks of Lysol wipes, racks of Lysol spray, racks of bleach, cleaning products, detergent, all that stuff.
Damn.
That's how I had to buy it. And I was buying the Lysol sprays for $8, $10 a bottle.
That's fucked up. See, I just like avoided the general public for like 2 years.
I wanted to too, man, but I also wanted to live my life. You know, my dad was, and you know, family like stay home, say this, but it's just like it's hard.
I would still like go out and hike or whatever, like try to stay active. Yeah. But as far as like a social life, that
well, dude, like I was going on Mount Rubidoux, and then they found out people were going in groups, and they shut down Mount Rubidoux.
That's so stupid.
You know what I mean? So
they filled Santa Monica skate park with sand.
Did they really?
They did.
Holy shit! I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and it was like, dude, no one's even gonna be close to each other. No one wants to fucking.
Yeah, dude, the rules were ridiculous, and the regulations were just getting out of hand, especially with the mask, man. It's like you're working in a warehouse and you're wearing a mask,
dude. Yeah,
and you're sweating, which is actually more deadlier for you because you're breathing in the constant bacteria from the sweat, and it's getting in your mouth, or you know you're reusing those bacteria-filled masks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like it was such a contradicting request that they were telling. Not actually, no, demand that they were having, because they were demanding at a certain point. You gotta wear your mask. You gotta wear.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I worked at Deckers in Paris, and they were very like strict about the fucking mask bullshit. And like, I'd be loading trailers, dude, and it would be the summer, you know, like 100, 110 degrees, loading, and then a supervisor would come by and they'd see your mask down right here. And they'd fucking write you up, dude. And you're literally physically dying in that motherfucker, trying to breathe. And then I've had homies that I worked with there that lost their jobs over shit like that, just having it down.
Yeah, you couldn't even have it, like, under your nose.
No.
You know what I mean? You're just trying to breathe. That's what the one thing that they didn't understand. You're just trying to breathe.
And then they want to be like, nurses have to wear that all the time.
Yeah, but they're not physically sweating and doing work that, you know,
like that.
Like, you know, like blue collar people are doing. Like when I started working for the Terminex, the pest control and termite company, I was going up attics in the summertime, and I had to wear a mask.
That sucks.
It was not easy, bro, because the attic is already confined space, but the air quality, you're breathing asbestos because of the insulation, and then the heat, it sits in there. You know what I mean? Sucks. And then you're just sweat. I sweat easily, bro. I produce a lot of body heat very easily.
Yeah, same.
So I sweat pretty easily. So when I sweat, I sweat. So the sweat's coming down my face. It's all my mask, and I'm trying to talk to the person's house I'm at, trying to tell them that they have termites or they whatever, and I'm breathing heavily, just like because like you know I can't breathe up there, and then they don't want you. You're in their house, and they don't want you to take off their mask.
Yeah,
or your mask. So it's just like it sucked, man. But you know I'm glad that we made it through all that crap because it was getting so out of hand, man. Life has been since high school, it's been different, man. I mean, obviously, everybody goes through it. There's a lot of people that I have on social media that have found so much success, and I'm happy for them. But there's people that have struggled so bad. I have 2 friends commit suicide, and to battle with depression and be new fathers. Some people like you become fathers, become mothers. Deal with cancer. I mean, I've heard almost everything, man.
Yeah, same.
So it's good and it's bad, but I think one of the biggest things that bring me joy is catching up with old people that I used to like just talk to or see and seeing where they're at now, like you, man. Like that's why I appreciate you so much for being on this podcast, because it's not only showing support for me, but it's an opportunity for me to be like, what's up, man? How have you been?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we have each other on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. And I know we don't really talk that much through conversation, but we see stuff that we like on each other's stuff, and we talk about it for a quick minute. And then, I know you've always been very vocal on Facebook, especially with, political things, life views, life experiences. And that's why I wanted you on this podcast, man, because it's like, you've been through it.
Oh, yeah.
You've dealt with it. And although you've been through some hard shit, you can come here and say, well, it's not always been bad. There's things now that are looking good. And that's my biggest thing that I have with my podcast, is that because I deal with depression, I battle with depression, I try to let people know there's a light to every dark tunnel. My biggest quote that I say is that only in darkness can you see the stars. You know what I mean? Because it's like, when you're having your dark days, people obviously see stars as beautiful things. They're, people say you're a star, and they're trying to brighten your day up. They're trying to make you feel loved and all that stuff. And that's exactly what that I use that quote for a lot, because I've been through my dark days. I've sat in this room here, and I've tried to kill myself. I've tried to think about killing myself and how I could do it. I thought about cutting everybody out of my life. I've cried myself to sleep. I've been through it all. I've had a lot of memories and emotions in this city, in this house, in this room.
Yeah. And
I'm here now, and things over time change, and they adapt and they get better, but they definitely do get better, man. And then you being a father, I know that's a big plus in your life, and it's something that's made your life into, it's giving you a purpose.
Yeah, it totally changed my perception on life a lot. Like, I used to be one angry motherfucker, man. Let me tell you. I kind of still am, but I'm like working on it a lot. But at work, it fucking comes out, dude. Because the amount of the best way to put it is just like incompetence. Mm-hmm. It just it drives me up the
grind your ears
wall, dude. Yeah. Well, yesterday at work, dude, I was literally screaming in my truck. I was just I was losing my mind, dude. And it happens very frequently. That's the whole issue.
Were you a wall puncher?
Yeah, actually, I did that shit yesterday for the first time in a while. And not so bad.
Scars on my knuckle.
Oh, nice.
That's from hitting a wooden door.
I punched the refrigerator, and I gave myself a boxer's fracture.
Oh, shit.
But I never went to the doctor for it.
Yeah.
So I was like...
I felt like I had nerve damage, because I would feel my nerves here just
yeah, well, so
leaking out. And
when it's cold, dude, I will feel from here in my forearm this. It'll
I punched. I think the fridge that my dad has in
that fridge.
No, that's an old fridge. Never mind. I've punched the fridge before too. Yeah, I used to break my shit. When it came to video games, and I couldn't beat a boss off of Devil May Cry or Resident Evil or something like that, dude. My remotes were the first thing to break. Just slamming that shit, especially because I don't know,
I can relate.
You know the game Halo?
I love Halo,
dude.
It's my shit.
I grew up on Halo. Xbox was the very first console I ever got to myself, and the first game that my dad ever bought me was Halo. Combat Evolved.
Yeah,
we waited in line for it, bro. We waited in line. He took me. This is the one thing I will always love my dad for. He took me. We were living in Washington State. Okay. He took me to the store, and we waited in line for Halo 2.
That's dope.
We waited in line for 2 hours for Halo 2. And when I came home, back then, it was so easy because now you just pop in the game and you start playing it. Now you have to download it into the system and blah blah. Even if it's a disc, it's fucking annoying.
Very much.
But hey, when Halo 2 came out, dude, Halo 1 was amazing. I think Halo 1 has the best storyline besides Halo 3.
It went from like an action game to like a scary game.
Dude, when Halo 2 came out with the Flood. I mean, the Flood was already in the first one, but it went into depth with the second one, with the prophecy and you know those the brutes and shit like that.
Yeah,
dude, when I would always play Halo, any Halo on Legendary story mode, no matter what, and that is the hardest shit in the world.
Yep,
especially when Halo 2 when it came to playing the brutes.
Yes, dude.
The last
grave mine.
Dude, what
one whack.
The journey, the last level.
Yeah,
when you're in the temple and you're trying to stop the I forgot the main brute.
Tartarus.
You're trying to stop him from activating the key.
Yeah, that's a bitch.
And you're with the elites, you're with the arbiter and your master chief, and you're jumping over, and the guy has a fucking big ass hammer, and you're just constantly dying.
Yeah,
it took me 3 weeks to beat it because I broke my remote after a day trying to beat it. And I had to wait like almost 3 weeks to get a new one.
So I didn't beat that on Legendary till actually like 2 years ago.
Dude.
But like, I was so fucking pissed. Same part, dude. I was like biting my fucking controller like I was...
See my Master Chief game remote holder?
Oh, that's cool as hell.
Yeah, so I have that and I have a Funko Pop. I actually want to get a Master Chief tattoo. Because I'd be big on Halo. And the Halo tattoo I want to get, aside from the Master Chief, is the legendary symbol.
That'd be cool
with the elite skull.
Yeah,
and the two swords. I want to get that. But yeah, dude, that's where I was really rageful. I mean, punching walls. I held a lot of resentment towards my dad and my wife because of this. A lot of lies, a lot of deception. You know, a lot of stuff like that. I started finding out as I started getting older, so I got even angrier.
Same.
So yeah, I was a wall puncher. I would break my fans. I would break TVs. I would break remotes. I'd break whatever was in front of me. Kick the shit out of things. You know, whatever. The anger management did help me when I think there's a blessing and a curse to the fight that I got into. I can't even call it a fight. It was just I just beat the shit out of dude. But anyways,
it was a beat down.
Yeah, it was a beat down. But it benefited me only because of the anger management. Really, honestly. Because that if I never took that, I didn't realize how angry of a person I was until I saw that guy. And I think specifically that guy I saw was probably the best I could ever have or ask for, because this guy had patience, but he took no shit. And he's like, well, if you didn't have a fucking problem, then why the fuck are you here? Like, just talk to you like that. Just to get you to get angry,
yeah, so
he can prove his fucking point to you.
Yeah,
is that you have anger issues. You know what I mean? And he did that. Every person, when you got there the first day, you have to tell him why you're there. What did you do? And he evaluates you and says, like, oh, you're just trying to blame somebody else for your fucking problems. Stuff like that. And then he'd pick at you. He'd see he would see like what pisses you off, and he'd pick at you until he broke you. And he broke every single person in that group. It was 6 of us. He broke every single one of us. And he would let us cuss him out and scream at him. And he's like, well, there you go. This is why you're here.
That's wild.
Just work on it. You know, but the only thing that sucked about it was like I had 30 visits, and it was $25 every session.
Holy fuck,
dude! I was working at Baker's, and my dad was making me pay for. I had to pay restitution. I had to pay for the work release, which was like $400.
Oh fuck!
And then every visit, every Friday I think was the anger management. It was $25 for 30 visits.
That's insane.
Dude, it was
$750.
That's not even on top of the 400 and the restitution. So, and it came out of my pocket because I was working at Baker's, and my checks were going to that. I was going to that. My dad was making me pay rent and my insurance. So I was broke for like a year, dude. I had no money.
That's
I was working just to pay off my mistakes. And obviously rent and stuff like that. My dad gave me no fucking sympathy when it came to turning 18. But the minute I got my job, he was like, well, how much are you giving me for rent? So I was like, damn, I haven't even got my fucking paycheck. I just got told that I'm hired. That was his first thing, not a congratulations. My dad's not a affectionate or like he doesn't show love. You know, I mean, he's in the military. Like, you know, he was a retired vet, disabled,
Okay.
Marines, infantry, killer.
Did you go to Iraq?
He went to Iraqi Freedom and the Gulf War.
Okay.
Those are his 2 tours that he did. He has pictures, you know, hidden in the safe of dead bodies and shit like that. His best friend committed suicide. I think I was maybe 12 years old. Shot himself in the head.
Jesus.
But the thing is, like, when they were in war, he got shot in the head and lived. He had a metal plate in his head.
Fuck.
But he was so fucked up after that, dude. Like, on top of PTSD, medication, surgeries, everything. He moved himself to Washington State into like a little trailer in the middle of nowhere and just shot himself in the head.
That's crazy.
And they always say Washington State's like a depressive state because it's always gloomy and dark and
Cloudy and shit, yeah.
So it was not the place to go to, you know what I mean? But so Abraham, man, thank you again, man, for having me for being on the podcast here with me. I really appreciate it. I really hope that in the future we can get together again and just fucking grab a beer or something, man.
Yeah,
I don't drink beer, but I'll drink a Jack Coke. Did you like the Jack and Coke?
Yeah, that was good.
I'm telling you, it's a good mixture, and people sleep on it all the time. When this came out, I was the first to go buy a pack.
I saw it and I was like, no way.
Dude, they have the so this is 7% alcohol.
Yeah.
The bottle
40.
It's 40.
Here you go.
They have the bottle ones, and that one's like 4%. But if you drink the whole 6-pack, you feel good buzz.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, dude, and it's good. I think the bottle one is better. The can one is just a little stronger, but it's good, man. I'm a big whiskey guy, so I love whiskey. And
Yeah, I slam it straight.
I only do that on the holidays, but I do on the rocks, but a little glass, nothing crazy. I don't fucking drink out of the bottle. You know what I mean? I seen. Did you ever see the guy in the videos? His YouTube videos were literally him chugging alcohol bottles.
Not him, but I've seen dudes like chug bottles of Jack. It's fucking wild.
Dude.
They like stick a straw in that fucker, and then they just like
What does the straw do?
it lets the airflow go in so that it's just like straight going down their mouth.
I always wonder what the straw did. I've seen that before. What the fuck does the straw do?
It's like you know how like if you were to pour a bottle upside down and it just starts blop, 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 yeah, it stops that. It's just a straight pour.
That's fucking crazy, man. I can't do that, man. But you know, I hope that everything continues to go well in your life, and you know, your success in your relationship with your girlfriend. I hope that you plan on, tying that knot one day, and
We're gonna get married this year.
That's good, bro. That's
Yeah.
good. Did you already propose to her and everything?
Yeah, at our baby shower
Nice.
in 2022.
Nice, dude. Nice. I bet that was a good thing.
drunk.
Yeah, my daughter's baby shower, I had to give a speech in English and Spanish, and I was fucked up.
Oh, that's wild.
That was the worst thing I ever did in my life. That sounded horrible, dude. But, well, dude, that's amazing. Because, I mean, like I said, talking to you and actually knowing a lot more about you now than I did before, I know it's been rough, man. And so to find this type of light in your life, it gives a lot of purpose and reason to just keep pushing and being the best man that you can be.
Yeah.
And I really hope that if you're striving for something better in your job, I hope that you get it, man. Because, I mean,
Me too.
but the thing is, you gotta be patient.
Yeah.
You gotta be patient. You really do, man. You gotta be patient, and you gotta understand that good things come to those that wait.
Yeah, I've been there 2 years now.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And it's, if you really want it, you're gonna do everything you can to get it. So,
Yeah, exactly.
And do me a favor. I want you to tell your brother I said what's up. Tell the wife I said hello, and really, really, really appreciate these young years of your daughter, because my daughter's turning 7 in May, and if I could go back to when she was 1, I really would, man, because it was such a precious thing watching her grow. I taught her how to walk, putting her to sleep. I was working a night shift, and her mom was working a day shift, so I'd come home from my night shift to take care of the newborn.
Oh,
So it was
damn.
a struggle, man, but it was a bond that I was able to grow with my daughter and stuff like that. And because that's her first kid and it's a girl,
Yeah.
that bond is going to be tight, man. So, again, I appreciate you being on this podcast with me. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. And if you ever have anything that you need from me, man, just, give me a call, give me a holler. You have my number. You have me on social media. I'll always be here for you, man. And
Thanks,
I
man.
love you, brother.
Love you too.
All right, bro.
Thank you.